talking in front of a camera. Not used to it. Just gonna explain how I got here throughout my fitness journey. It all started at 14 years old. I was looking through clothing and I couldn't find anything that fit me because I thought I was like a medium or like a small, until I realized that I was able to fit into large clothes. Realization hit me like a brick. I started doing research on how to work out, how to do this, how to do that. I just didn't know. I was 14 years old. No one in my family's ever worked out. Telling my mom like maybe like if you could take me to the gym or show me some exercises, cook me some like better food, or buy some better groceries, nutritional stuff. Went to the gym but didn't know what I was doing. I only really touched 2 machines. I really didn't know what I was doing. Even though I was watching YouTube videos, I didn't know what I was doing. I started doubting myself because I wasn't losing any weight, still the same. I didn't feel happy. I was disgusted by myself. As a kid, I started blaming it on my genetics. Maybe I was born to be fat. I fast forward later that year or month or whatever, I started dieting. Keto diet, Atkins diet, military diet. I was happy. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm losing weight. Sadly, I did gain it all back. And I would like loosen up and eat a burrito, a chimichanga, a chicken on the beach, something. Just gain it all back. I just starved myself, eating little to nothing. Fast some days because I couldn't handle the fact that I just was overweight as a kid. I weighed in at around 188. When I was 15, the whole time I just was hungry, starving. It lasted like 4 or 5 months. Getting back into school, I was skinny. My arms were like a little tweak. I was on YouTube and I don't remember the video specifically, but it said how to get shredded. No BS. Click on the video. It was information about what a workout split is, what exercises to do, what to eat, what protein was, what kind of supplements I could take to help me out reach my goals. Later that day, I bought supplements, I bought my first pre-workout, my first protein powder, and I started going to the gym again. And I started researching like a workout split, what a workout split was, how many calories I need to consume. And I started going 3 times a week. I was going a few times a week, learning new machines, starting to get out of my comfort zone because I was one of those people that felt uncomfortable going to the gym. Even though I'm like an outgoing person now, I did have social anxiety because I was new. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anybody. I had little to no knowledge about the gym. So trying out new machines and trying to figure out my form all by myself was something. It was a struggle. I worked out my legs, I worked out my bicep, my upper body. I worked out everything except my back because I didn't know you were supposed to work out your back. You weren't enough research. I started my first bulk, still didn't know what I was doing. Then I started my cut, and that's when I guess everything changed because I wanted to lose weight. I was gaining muscle, but I wasn't shredded. I was still overweight. I gained all the weight that I lost as a kid. Skinniest I was, 159, 162, around that. I started my first bulk my first year because I heard that's what you're supposed to do as a kid. Went up to 178. Gained some muscle, but I also gained quite a bit of fat because big that calorie surplus was. When I started my cut, I started working out 6 times a week and I started doing cardio. Over time, I did see a difference. I started taking progress pictures. I was starting to get happy. My senior year of high school, I took a weightlifting class because I guess I had like that gym bro ego. I already knew what I was doing. At this point, I was already like a year and a half, year and a half, 2 years in, 1 year of not knowing anything, and then another year actually learning. Fast forward some time, and my weightlifting teacher knew what he was doing. He knew everything that there was to weightlifting. He recruited me to his place and showed me pictures of his gym, showing that he's like an actual business owner. He was a coach, personal trainer. I decided to go. And at first, it was different. It was a new environment, new people. I didn't know how I felt. He did introduce me to powerlifting. He would tell me to come at least twice a week, maybe 4 times, to get powerlifting training in instead of bodybuilding. And that's what I was doing. I was doing bodybuilding. I wanted to train for looks, for hypertrophy. It was all about powerlifting, about numbers, about strength. He called it show muscles, not go muscles. I went there a few times, probably a couple of weeks. I stopped going. I don't think it was something that I wanted to do at that time. Then I went to Mexico during That time in Mexico, I didn't have a gym. I was doing body weight exercises and came back sick. So I took another week off. I took 3 weeks off. I'm back in my numbers that I was putting up as a bodybuilder, just went downhill from there. School starts back up. I starts like asking me like, hey, when am I ever gonna come back? Today. So I started going non-stop after that day because I knew that he could get my numbers back up. He knew what he was doing. He just shot my numbers through the roof. I fell in love with the sport. I did start competing because he wanted me to, and I did. The next year, I was powerlifting instead of bodybuilding. I wasn't focused on my physique. I was more focused about my numbers because that's what I cared about at that moment. Going down the line, I started noticing my body fat percentage going up slowly but surely. I just never realized it because I always looked at myself in the mirror. Fast forward to today, I work at a factory and they switched me to night shift here recently. At that time, I thought to myself, everyone's schedule is going to work differently. I don't think I can work out with my powerlifting crew. They'll be working out when I'm going into work. We tried working things out. We tried setting different schedules, but all in all, I felt like that was my opportunity to switch back to bodybuilding. I just wanted to look fit again. I loved that I was shooting my numbers back up, even stronger than before, but I just started hating the way I looked. I'm sure we all go through that phase or that moment in our weightlifting career. I did talk to my coach. I wanted to switch back to bodybuilding, and I started this. It is different. I'm recording on my phone. I don't have special equipment. I'm awkward when it comes to putting a camera on my face and talking to the camera. But I've helped a lot of people throughout my whole weightlifting career, whether it was bodybuilding or powerlifting. I love to help because I didn't want people to start off how I started off, without little to no knowledge, not knowing what a workout split is, just being lost. I wanted people to start off on the right track. It's a nice feeling knowing that people take your advice. It's good knowing that I impact someone's life, changing their lifestyle for the better. That's my story. I hope you guys liked it, or at least watch till the end. I don't know if I'm boring. I will be posting lifting vlogs. I'll be like posting just me doing exercises in the gym, my leg days, my back days, my upper body days, meals. I don't know, trying different recipes. You guys are gonna see my reactions to the recipes because I wing it sometimes. I also try out new things, especially on my rest days. Might be vlogging about my car, video games, probably Minecraft, walking my dog for cardio. I don't like cardio. Like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy this little story time, this little vlog, or whatever this is called. I hope you guys do stick around because I would love to impact more people. I just want to help. I want to be entertaining, want to let